matchup. I mean, Shuriken, if you're super confident in it and you're going to be landing like the point blank ones when it charges on you, then yeah, but...
WMAX is the way to go for Kennen top lane traditionally when you play versus melee champions. That has always been it. The only reason people shift to Q is because the range champions are just too far away. But yeah, you just get double value from leveling it up, just like you said. Not only does the initial mark damage go up, you can proc it again as well, proc it more often.
Always love seeing Yasuo's though, and despite all the memes from solo queue and stuff, I love Yasuo whether he's on my team or on the enemy team. He's just a fun champion to watch.
I mean, as a support player who tends to go for kind of setup champions, Yasuo is just so fun to have in your team.
Oh yeah. I mean, I guess that it makes sense that we both like him because we're both the sort of setup roles.
Because we're too bad to actually play the game.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh my god, look what that guy's doing. He's so good at this game.
I'm helping.
Yeah, exactly.
I pressed Q once. Smeb running Dorns, much more efficient. He might actually go for a tank Yasuo again here. Let's see what he's pairing that Dorn shield with.
I mean, these trades, wow, we can be like, oh yeah, look, he's losing. It's super early in the game, so they can just walk all the way back and try and get a recall off.
Yeah, he's testing the waters. Honestly.
I wonder if he actually will, though. He's staying pretty late in the brush, and he's got...
he
definitely came out worse for wear on that trade. He's staying with the minions.
Yeah. Maple getting the early push here and the sustain from the Dorns. So Smeb kind of surprised by the damage from W start Kennen. Procs a shield immediately as well. That's good. That one auto attack from Maple depletes the shield for Smeb, putting him behind again.
Definitely was one of the good changes they made to Yasuo when they were looking for ways to nerf him. I like that they nerfed the time where the shield has to charge back up. Because that's one of the most annoying parts about the Yasuo, building that shield back up from moving around. Maple actually getting very good last hits.
Yeah, definitely doing a great job here. Looking at Smeb also, his runes, he's running both magic resistance and armor, no health, indicating that his kind of having to defend against Kennen is twofold. You know, you can't just single spec into flat armor or flat MR like you can get into most champions, you know, that are very one-dimensional. The fact that Kennen is hybrid in its nature makes him so hard to play against.
Definitely true, and Smeb goes in with the knock-up charge. Now can he get
minions
out of that trade, though?
Yeah, minions tanking, good exhaust here. He had one exit creep remaining with the E.
Yeah, so not so good exhaust, and
he basically forgot about the approaching minion wave.
Exactly. You always have to keep that in mind with Yasuo. That's what makes him so tricky, right? You can use your own minions against you. Going in for another trade here, actually. They both do have Warlords, by the way, though. So healing up off of the minion damage.
And it's definitely WMAX Kennen because there's 29% attack speed on the side of Maple. So he really just wants to repetitively auto those minions like we've been seeing, generate that CS. He may drop a couple because his AD isn't as high, but he wants to control the wave and as many of these procs as he can to then stun Smeb as he goes in.
And it is always so hard to get wave control against Yasuo if you're just relying on autos. Because as you can see, Smeb, he's having a very good...
That's fine, Kobe, I got you. I love the fact that he plays the wind wall when he's done CSing, places the wind wall, goes for undeniable Q poke, and then he hides the brush again, waits for that shield to come up again.
Now he's trying to use his ranged minions.
Yeah, cycle through. It's always just the possibility of an engage that's keeping Maple back as well. Good double asset with the Q here. Smeb showing some Yasuo know-how.
I wonder if he does try and take advantage of the summoner spell discrepancy here that he has earned for himself. Currently, he's not trying to. You know, he's just shoving in the minion wave, trying to keep his CS up here.
Yeah, and following that talk that we did earlier about the points, if Smeb falls here, Ice is guaranteed to win the All-Stars event. So he definitely needs to
and not just the 1v1s, by the way, the All-Star events. Yeah. There's so many points in the 1v1 tournament.
Yep, he will lose his right to play in the final for a combined 400 points there. But let's see, we're not there yet. It's the first game of best of 3. Smeb is up 2 CS, but there is CS under the turret from Maple, and it doesn't matter how good he's trading. If he's trailing CS, Kennen can control the game later on.
Yeah. All right, let's see. No sweet focus on the minions.
Almost like hypnotizing. We're just looking at the screen.
Well, because I'm going through the plan, right?
What's the plan?
I'm trying to get into Smeb's head, and it's too difficult because
you don't speak Korean.
I'm not exactly. Oh no, actually, I got in the head. Now I just have to figure out what he's saying in there. But you could go try. I'm trying to think if he's trying to get to a specific gold point, right? Because there's a possibility with the level 6 to try and go for the all-in.
Hex Drinker?
Hex Drinker is the obvious choice. I'm trying to think, because there's not really any other super big spiking item. And as you said, Kennen definitely is very big on the hybrid damage, but also, Kennen also has a lot of stuns and a lot of disengage where he can try and, you know, kite there.
Yeah, not worth, I think.
Kite out your Hex Drinker shield.
Yeah, definitely can kite, but it's not worth specking into like Merc Beds. That would be a complete waste of stats. Tenacity is definitely not what we're going for. Hex Drinker is a likely choice. I think Smeb's just waiting for a moment where he can push the wave hard enough that he has a good base timing.
Yeah.
He is actually no longer trailing on CS. Every time he pushes under turret, there is the risk of Maple losing some CS. A good sidestep, hides behind the range piece when he needs to, then goes into the brush. Good trade, wind wall to deny auto Q. Really well played by Smeb as he has the shield on the backhand.
Only loses the shield health there. Plus, with both of them having Warlords, double effectiveness for... Oh!
Yeah, this is ulti versus ulti. Smeb needs to land a Q proc into R. If he hits the next Q, it could be over. Remember, it places you outside of the turret if you can.
Okay.
That's a good change they made to Yasuo as well, or maybe it was from the get-go. If you ulti somebody under turret, the game will place you as far away as it can from the turret damage.
Will Maple expect it? Yeah, there we go. Dust Keeper to find him in there. Smeb was sticking around. And he's going to gain so much life off the minion wave, remember. Because Smeb has control of the minion wave and melee double effectiveness on the Warlord's lifesteal, that's why he's been sustaining a bit better than Kennen.
But he has to go for, honestly, a really tanky build right now because he's down a summoner. Maybe in the chaos of that all-in, he didn't realize that Maple held on to the exhaust.
Yeah, and that is one of those timers that's much more difficult to keep track of, rather than the super easy flash everyone's used to for Summoner's Rift. Meanwhile,
well, you have your own exhaust.
So, yeah, I mean, if you use them at the same time. But if they're desynced, very difficult. But again, so much attack speed here for Maple, doubling down on it. And no Hex Drinker, yeah.
Nope.
So he is going for something else here, special. I mean, it's either the Sterk's Gauge or the Frozen Mallet, which would be a long ways off, so.
Probably just wants the
Charm's Fist to hold on to that.
Yeah,
that one, to me, though, it's actually not very efficient. And you have to stack it up, so. I don't really like the item.
Indicating he is going for a CS victory unless he just lands a good all-in here. Smeb taking a lot of damage here because this is an enraged Kennen here. Needs the relic to get out. Second stun is coming right now on this mark. Ooh, they just faded.
Yeah, need one more. Blood Moon charges. Uh-oh.
Now this is the attack speed Kennen.
Yeah.
Good goal for current victory, honestly.
Windlaw definitely puts a stop to that.
Because we have attack speed boots picked up by Maple and double Dorns. This is kind of a really efficient point for this 80-centric Kennen. Or attack speed centric Kennen, rather. Doesn't get much better than this.
Yeah, and you're also limited to 2 Dorans, so it's not like you can just spam a bunch of Dorans.
Nope.
They've already chosen their Dorans items. Meanwhile, Smeb didn't pick up any other items, so that was a very good exchange from Maple, and he just got more potions.
So
no more combat effectiveness there, just extra sustain, which he didn't have a big problem with before.
Now he does. Kennen's getting stronger, obviously, on the later basis, so you only have like one wind wall every so often. That maybe is the problem. And as Maple gets tankier and has access to exhaust and ulti, the all-in is less likely to happen. Really good counter stun here by Maple. He basically had a mark, W proc, or he EW proc, as he had a mark on him already to deny Smeb the opportunity of ulting on that knockup, and now he's going all in.
Man. He does get the ulti off though,
Exhausted. He's too far away from the relic. He needs to get the relic, but it's too far. That is obviously the problem with Yasuo. The damage of the ulti lands at the end of the animation.